This was one of the most important trophies in football. In just 4 months, the world would watch teams fight for it. But on one Sunday morning, the trophy vanished. It wasn't just another cup. It represented the biggest prize in international football. And suddenly, it was gone. The discovery created instant panic. The case was supposed to be secure, yet the trophy had disappeared without anyone seeing the thief. Within hours, London knew. The World Cup trophy had been stolen just months before England was supposed to host the tournament. Investigators searched for clues, but the theft had left them with something worse than a missing trophy: almost no answers. The more they searched, the stranger it became. The trophy was valuable, but its disappearance was now a national embarrassment. England was preparing to host the World Cup. Now the most recognizable symbol of the tournament was missing. Then came a message. Someone claimed to have the trophy. They wanted money for its return. The demand turned a theft into a dangerous race against time, but police suspected the person making the demand might not be the person who stole the trophy. Police arranged a meeting, but they weren't planning to hand over the full ransom. They wanted to catch whoever was behind the demand. The meeting finally happened. The suspect believed he was about to collect the money. He didn't know the police were already watching. Then he spotted the police. The meeting collapsed instantly. The suspect ran, but officers caught him. But there was a problem. He claimed he wasn't the thief. He said he was only a middleman. They had caught someone connected to the ransom, but the real thief was still free, and the trophy was still missing. Days passed. The investigation grew colder. Every hour without the trophy made the coming World Cup more embarrassing. And then, completely outside the investigation, another story began. A man named David Corbett took his dog Pickles for an ordinary walk. Neither of them knew that the world's most famous missing football trophy was somewhere nearby. David was heading toward a telephone box for a completely ordinary reason. Then Pickles stopped. The dog had noticed something his owner hadn't. A strange package was lying beside a car. David picked it up. It was surprisingly heavy, and he had absolutely no idea what he was holding. His first thought wasn't football. He worried the package could be dangerous. But curiosity won. David opened a small part of the wrapping. What he saw made him stop. Beneath the newspaper was something unmistakably connected to football. David kept looking. Then he saw the engraved names. The realization hit him. He hadn't found a random object. He had found the missing World Cup trophy. Suddenly, the ordinary walk was over. David hurried home with Pickles beside him. David told his wife what he believed he had found. Her reaction wasn't what he expected. David took the trophy to the police. But even there, nobody immediately believed the incredible story. At first, the trophy didn't look like the image everyone expected, but investigators quickly checked it. It was real. Somehow, an ordinary dog walk had solved the mystery that had frustrated investigators for a week. But finding the trophy created a new problem. Investigators had to consider every possibility. Could the finder somehow be connected to the theft? David repeated the same story. He had been walking Pickles. The dog stopped. He investigated. Nothing more. The evidence supported his account. David wasn't the thief. He was simply the person who found what everyone else had been searching for. The story exploded across the country. But strangely, the dog became more famous than the man. David received a reward. Pickles received his own special recognition. The unlikely hero had become part of football history. And just as the tournament approached, the trophy was back where it belonged. The football could finally take center stage. The trophy had survived a theft, a ransom attempt, and a week of uncertainty. Now it was ready for the tournament. England eventually won the 1966 World Cup, and the same trophy that had disappeared weeks earlier was lifted above Wembley. Pickles never planned to become famous. He was simply following a scent on an ordinary walk. The strangest part wasn't that a dog found the trophy. It was that the mystery had already defeated trained investigators until an ordinary dog noticed something everyone else had missed. Football history is full of heroes nobody expected. Sometimes they're on the pitch, and sometimes they're simply walking beside you. Pickles didn't score a goal. He didn't lift the trophy. But without him, one of football's strangest mysteries might have ended very differently.